Hello and welcome back to our coverage of the Halo 5 Pro Series of Jersey 1, joined by Mr. Wes Price himself. Cartel, E-Gift, Kogana Vaccine, OnlyGoat, Sauce, Poker Stars, Late Bloomers, and Team Timmy have all punched their ticket to next week's finals. Wes, they're going to be playing for the money. It's possibly the last season of Halo 5. That's going to be something to say.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to go out as the last, on top the last, right? I think that whenever you look back at who won the last Halo 3 tournament, Final Boss did, who won the last Reach tournament, that was status quo, and the No Blue, No Sprint. And you look back at Halo 5, and Spice was your 2018 world champions. So being able to just like spit those facts off the top of my head, it's important to the community, to the scene, to your name and your legacy, that like what you did at the end of this game, right? You want to leave it off on a great foot, and with that opportunity for all of these players to kind of make a statement, create some history, create some nostalgic, and also set themselves up for infinite, right? Like to put yourself in the best position possible, to where your name is as big as possible and your performance in a tournament atmosphere can shine.
And here we go. CTF Truth is our game number one. One of the best game types throughout any Halo you play. We've got Mista, Shabby Dagger, Lunny, and Precisionite up against Stratic, Sanart, Kronos, and Kali. It's good to see Kali back competing, the Frenchman, trying to get himself involved. And he's already punched his ticket to next week's finals, which is great to see from him, as we're on board with Mista putting some shots into the Frenchman Kronos down, and he does get that camouflage, but it's going to be a burn. And now Kali also gets traded out. So that's 2 for 2 in trades, and that's not a bad start for either team.
Yeah, we're seeing our red team right now just already get the flag towards pink. Is it going to be able to get punched in? It looks like he's got multiple teammates up top the base. He's full ability thrust in. Does a beautiful job of saving his thrust towards the end to get that flag punched in, and a 1-0 lead early for Sauce.
Shabby Dagger just had a slight misplay there, had a guaranteed kill on that player bottom base, but unfortunately he failed. He maybe thought he was dead before he was. I do that all the time. One of my things I like to do, Wes, is reload before I've actually gotten that kill. I do it serially. It's chronic. I don't know how to stop it, but it happens all the time. As already we're seeing this team take a 1-0 lead, and they're starting off just as they left off in that last series, and how they've looked all season long.
Absolutely. I mean, Sauce has been playing out of their minds today. They just won a big series for Precisionite, and a statement series for them, able to close it out. They're continuing their momentum. I love being able to watch this story unfold, because right now a second flag is being ran. There is a player above him, Carr, so you got to come back with the flag if you're Looney. Does end up coming back. Flag already thrown out pink side again, though, so the pressure that we're seeing from Sauce is just incredible right now.
That's another situation where Shabby Dagger was waiting for his team, put the faith that they were going to secure the flag cap, and he waited in the enemy base once again, just like we've seen on Coliseum as he was set towards that catwalk area. And we should see the flag, and we do see the flag get captured. That's 2-0 already, Wes. They're starting off with, like Usain Bolt.
Yeah, that was a huge double kill that would have stopped any pressure we would have seen OnlyGoat have an opportunity to have, as every player for Sauce was pushing back towards their base. We see 3 members of Sauce already trying to pull this third fight. The flag is out bottom middle. All of OnlyGoat spawning Carr side of the map here. They're going to have to figure out ways to get angles on this flag. One player does go down bottom middle for it. Unfortunately, the touch, not really all you need. You need to get some slays here if you're trying to end this game right now. A one-on-one under the base. A good job from the OnlyGoat player to try and buy time, but is it enough?
OnlyGoat just playing so frantic right now, not able to get a foothold in the game, and they're really getting the pace being pushed on them, but somehow they managed to get themselves a counter cap and put their foot into the door. But we've already had 3 caps, Wes, before we've even seen the second camouflage.
Yeah, an incredible pace so far. We've seen 3 caps come in the first 2.5 minutes, right? Shabby Dagger has this camo, but does get taken down, so camo, no harm, no foul for OnlyGoat. You've managed to keep this game relatively close. It could have been, should have been probably a 2-0 lead for Sauce. Right now you got a cap on the board. You got to figure out a way to tie this thing up. But the pace of this game is showing me that I don't think it's going to last too much longer.
Been really impressed by Lunny today. His shots have been crisp. He managed to get that kill despite him crouching down behind that shield. Still managed to get the finish as he does follow the hands of Sanart for precision. He gets a kill onto Kronos, and now Kali answers back, and his trades left, right, and center. There's only 2 men left on the map that are Factor, Stratic, and Lunny. As we see this player push out towards the P side, as he's going to push towards P1, tries to help his teammate Lunny in a 2v2 action at the moment. But Lunny in a world of hurt as he tries to back down, keep his shields, stay alive. Kronos falls in the kill feed. Precision, that's 2 kills now in favor. Make that 3 kills, and this should be a flag cap, and this should be the game, barring some monumental misplay.
Right, flag guy doesn't get hit by that nade, and because of it, you're going to see the kill come through. Overextensions from the car side of the map are the only thing that could potentially stop this. It's not enough. It's not fast enough. And with its Sauce in this game in a very short amount of time, 3-1, Sauce will take the game, go up 1-0 in the series.
It looks as though Sauce have plans outside of this Halo 5 Pro Series. They're trying to end it as quick as they possibly can. Slayer or CTF Truth gone by so fast in the blink of an eye. 4 minutes, we've gotten 4 flag caps. We got on average a cap a minute almost, as we confirmed there in the best of 5. And we take a quick look through the stats. Shabby Dagger with a 10.6 KDA, 11 kills and only 3 deaths. So that was an incredible performance from him. Anything you want to talk about there in terms of plays there, Wes?
Yeah, sways heavily in the favor of Sauce. It looked like they were just playing at a completely different pace than OnlyGoat. OnlyGoat was able to have a little bit of success by getting that counter cap underway. But overall, Sauce looking like they did in the first couple of series, to where this series could be a 3-0 if they're able to keep that momentum up.
Yeah, and what we're going to do is set up a giveaway for a nameplate at the end of this series. The giveaway, the keyword will be clutch. We'll get that all set up. So if you want to put the word down below, it's going to be clutch. He's joined us here today for the final ever open tournament. So it's great to have Wes on board. Up next, though, Wes, we've got Slayer on the rig. And with that game going so fast and so dominant, it seems as though the Slayer of the rig is going to be right on the wall for this OnlyGoat squad already.
Yeah, if you're OnlyGoats and you've been paying attention to this losers bracket run from Sauce, you need to figure out a way to stop their momentum, because we saw in our last series a brief moment where these guys looked like they were going to be beat and like we were going to go to a game 5 and they had lost the momentum. They were able to regain that in that Fathom game. And that game 1 showed me the confidence that they've shown all day, instead of maybe the openings that they can provide an enemy team to be given. You got to figure out a way to win this Slayer. Going down 2-0 in the series is just too monumental of a task, especially with how well the Sauce team is playing.
Yep, and in particular, we'll touch upon Lunny and Precision Knight, who've had some great series, and of course, Shabby Dagger and Mister are far more than just supporting cast. They've been playing so well, and they're on a collision course, it would seem, with Krugana Vaccine, our second-seeded team from last week. But we have got news that EGIF actually got to the winners' finals this time around, falling down to Cartel, the score 3-0. But that does mean that somewhere along the line, EGIF did beat Krugana Vaccine, have already toppled them, and they will be the second seed thus far. Wes, what does that say for Krugana Vaccine? If they just slipped off the edge, they're already falling to EGIF.
Yeah, I think when you lose momentum, it can be like that, right? You can get it's hard to regain at times, especially like mentality is such a big piece to the puzzle when it comes to being a professional Halo player. Making sure you have a strong mental game and that you're able to stay in it and continue to like weather the storm in a sense. When you lose, you got to figure out ways to rebound and regain your confidence and go into the next series being able to mentally clear whatever happened last series. If you played bad, if you played great and your team lost still, like those moments can be frustrating, but you got to focus at the task at hand. Like those things are in the past. Like dwelling on those can only bring you a lack of focus. We've seen it a lot. You lose one series in winners, the next series in losers, like you're just not ready to mentally go into battle again. And because of it, the other team takes advantage.
Yeah, it'd be great to see how these two teams, being Krugana Vaccine, fare against this team that is Sauce. But unfortunately, they do still have to get through this OnlyGoat squad. And they've done a great job on CTF Truth, but Slayer the Rig will be up next, and it's all about controlling that power weapon and that power up as well. Wes, who needs to start? If you're in this position, who needs to have the best start here?
It's got to be OnlyGoats, right? Like you're already down 1-0 in the series. You kind of just got massacred in the KD. In that flag, like they owned you in that CTF. Yes, it was a 3-1 game, but the dominance of Sauce was overshadowed anything that we would have seen from OnlyGoat. You got to see OnlyGoats come out here, focus on grabbing these power ups and power weapons and putting them to work and getting a lead that they get to play with. I think if they're playing from behind against Sauce throughout the game, it's going to be very difficult for them to stay in it or try and mount a comeback late.
Now, what we have is the EGL signups have now gone live. The spring series that we've been bringing to you. We put up a tweet, it got lots of love, and everybody seemed to be enjoying it. We're going to be starting off with 2v2s across 4 cups. Get yourself involved, get yourself signed up. We'll then be following it with a 4v4 cup as well. So get your teams, get your duos signed up to start, and then maybe look towards getting a 4 signed up. But what a great way it's going to be. We're going to see doubles format, Wes, for the first time in almost a year over here in Europe.
Yeah, I'm a big doubles fan, right? I always used to try and run 2s back in the day when I was a player. It was I always had one guy I would play with, is obviously Cloud, and we were just always on the same page. We were working on our bait and switch, our teamwork, our understanding of how we want to play the game together. And because of it, that kind of success can transition to the 4v4. So to your point, find a guy that you like playing with. Find a guy that you have teamwork with, consistency with, maybe someone that's the best in the world like Cloud was, and attach yourself to him. Get some good teamwork going, and then that can also transition into the 4v4 round. When you get in those 2v2 situations, you and your teammate are on the same page of how you want to go about it, and you can have success there as well.
How important can that be, Wes? If you find someone you're comfortable playing with, you speak about Cloud, and if you transition that towards the 4s, did you almost know what Cloud was going to do in certain situations because you were always on that same page?
Absolutely. I knew Scotty to a T, right? And that's why I enjoyed playing with and against him. But more so playing with him, like, if I know what you're doing and exactly kind of how you're going to play this angle and what is going through your head, I'm able to play my game and try and create space for you. It's similar to that Royal 2 story, right? Where if you know the main Slayer on your team well, you know the positions he likes to take. You know how slow he's going to play the situation. You kind of allow yourself to put him in a better position, right? That's what you do for the main Slayers out there. The Clouds, the Roll 2s, the Snipe Downs. Like, you create space for them. I kind of understand the way that the Roll 2s and the Clouds of the world think, because of how much I had an opportunity to team with them. With that, you just make their lives easier, more enjoyable, and with that, team success is inevitable, because those guys, when given opportunities, they rip faces.
And something also can be touched upon about playing FFAs and doubles as well, Wes, is that you might be simming under the radar where players haven't noticed you, but all of a sudden, if you get involved with your duo and you start to play really well, you can start to turn some heads and maybe open some doors for yourself as well.
Absolutely. Like, 2v2s will show your individual skill. Like, nobody's carrying you in a 2v2. And I think that, and the difference between 4v4s is you can have a better idea for strategy and objective efficiency and focus and overall how to play the game correctly, and maybe not have the best shot. In a 2v2, both of you are going to have to be highly individually skilled, and when you're pivotal one-on-ones, when 1v2s in situations where you're put in a tough situation, when that happens and you have success and you win tournaments, or you get far in tournaments and you play against other great players, that individual skill does not go unnoticed. That teamwork does not go unnoticed. That level of halo doesn't go unnoticed by the good players. And because of it, you can create opportunity for yourself.
So get yourself signed up for the spring series. You heard Wes. If you want to turn some heads, you can, of course, get it done. Get involved over in the spring series. Link will be in the Europa Halo and the EGL Twitter pages. Get signed up, and hopefully we keep those pesky Frenches away from the prize pool. But on board now, we've seen Shabby Dagger and his boy push towards his yellow hull. Kronos with the scatter shot, though, sends one to the respawn, evaporates him into dust. Some great moves from him. It's 4 kills to 2 now. OnlyGoat's down by 2, and that is not the start that you envisioned for the OnlyGoat squad, West.
It's not the start I wanted to see for OnlyGoats, but it's the start that I envisioned for the game, right? Yeah. This Sauce team is rolling right now. That they have all momentum. They got the camo, they got the scatter shot, they got the snipe. Check everything off the list. They're doing it all.
Yeah, they've ticked every single box. They've got all the resources they need to extend this lead. 7 kills to 4 now, as Cali gets a kill on Precision Knight just off the beaten track. Shabby Dagger got a kill just before that. Lunny just anchoring for his team now as he tries to pick the face, and does find the face of Kronos. Also finds the body of Cali. Both Frenchmen get sent to the respawn screen. We'll see them again in another 5 or 6 seconds or so. But now there's a numbers advantage on the map for this Sauce squad, as there are 4 members to 2, and all members seem to be spawning towards this Engine 2 and bunker area. They're exactly where they need to be if you're Sauce.
Needs to be careful here, though. He is trying to control White Hole with Snipe. I like that he backs up towards rail much more of his teammates, and the pressure is coming from that direction. When you have snipe, you kind of just want to make sure you're with people so that you don't lose it. And they opt to try and force this bunker push, and all of OnlyGoat tries to get out one way or another. It does look like they flipped the map, but now snipe in the back bunker is probably the best situation you can have on Rig, and another face rip.
Lunny rips the face clean off of the skull of that player, and it's 15 kills to 6, and just really stamping his authority now as he finds the body of that no-shielded player, Kronos, and also finds the body of that player positioned top tower, but Sanart unfortunately gets the kill on him, but Mista answers back and gets his trade. 17 kills to 7, and you're in big trouble here, OnlyGoat.
Yeah, look at the confidence that these guys are playing with, right? He gets shot in the side, he doesn't opt to try and stay alive, he thinks he's going to hit the shot. He hits the body shot, his teammates are able to finish the kill, and they've already got themselves a 10-kill lead.
10-kill lead, the advantage, make that 8 now at the moment, as Lunny puts a couple of shots down but gets shot outside, and Cali gets that kill, but Mista answers back, so that the score difference remains the same. Now on board with Precision, who had such a great series in that last time around. He got the camouflage a few moments ago, but it was burned. Pops that player down to no shields, but opts not to engage him there as he scampers away down to nest. Sanart now all alone in the back rail, but he wins that pivotal 1v1. That's great shots from Sanart.
It's going to stop some pressure from Sauce for the moment, though, right? They have made a little bit of a dent into this 10-kill lead, but they need to figure it out and figure it out fast. You got new snipe coming up shortly, and if they can get control of this, maybe they can get some momentum going in their favor.
Sanart hitting some crisp shots there onto Precision. He shuts him down. It looks as though he was not a favourite at all to come out on top there. Cali gets the sniper rifle, gets popped down to no shields, trying to scamper away with his life. Kronos falls though, and now we have Cali with the sniper rifle, almost set up exactly where Lunny wanted to be. Gets that body onto Lunny, that man finds the kill, and now only down by 7. That's a significant margin, but it is clawable. They can bring it back. Cali misses that body shot, and now gets himself towards the sewer area. Not a great spot to be sniping from, Wes.
No, interesting decision from him to push instead of fall back towards the bunker. Is going to get sandwiched and found from behind there, loses the snipe, and he puts it into the enemy team's hand. A huge blunder by Cali. Let's see if we're able to see Sauce capitalize on this situation.
Mista will be that man with the sniper rifle, finds the body of that player, and because of that, Shabby Dagger had an easy beatdown for the kill. Cali step out towards that area now at that yellow side, back rails, finds the body of the respawner now, Kronos, and he's in a world of hurt, isolated from his team, completely all alone. Mista gets that kill with the grenade, make that a killing spree as well, finds the face of Stractic as well, and he's starting to cook people right now, Wes.
Unbelievable right now. This is momentum at its finest, right? The confidence that these guys are playing with, the dominance that they're able to show as they continue to advance in the bracket. You would think that the games became harder, but they're just making it look so easy.
Stractic now, double kill for him out towards this yellow corner. Now 1v1 engagement now with Lunny as well towards Zigzag. Lunny comes out on top there, and in those 1v1s you really cannot be losing them because the score just keeps on toppling and mounting against you. You're already down by such a wide margin, and it looks as though this game is just going to run its course. They're going to go out OnlyGoat with a whimper in this Slayer game. Lunny just controlling the map, controlling the game, dictating the pace, but Cali and Stractic get a couple of kills to answer back, but are they down by too much now, Wes?
Yeah, a couple of kills isn't going to do it, right? You're already down at 10 plus kills. You got to figure out a way to go on killing sprees at this point if you want to come back. A couple of kills go in the favor of Sauce, and with it, this is going to be all she wrote. I'm not sure what OnlyGoat can do other than play quote-unquote perfect Halo in order to come back now.
Shabby Dagger looking to make sure that those players cannot play perfect Halo. Gets that player down to no shields, and although Stractic gets the kill and comes out on top, Lunny gets the cleanup, so you just need to trade it out now, and it's almost a steak dinner. Whether you like it medium rare, whether you like it rare, it doesn't really matter. You might get staked here one way or another. Shabby Dagger melees the air, gets involved in the 1v1, both players down to no shields. Both decide to back down. Mista though gets that cleanup onto Stractic as we're on board now with Sanart as he desperately tries to keep his team in this Slayer game. Can he get involved? Can he really make any sort of impact on the game? He's winning his 1v1s all the time, but the rest of his team don't seem to be able to do the same, Wes.
No, and this is more of a charge because you can't lose situation because they're up by so much, right? 48 to 30 right now. The scatter shot in hand. I mean, everything going right for Team Sauce. It's just a matter of time for them to be able to figure out 2 kills.
That matter of time is right now as Mystic gets the final kill onto that man Sanart, who, despite everything, was having a pretty decent game as far as Slayers go, but the rest of his team just not on the same page, not able to push the right things together. And if you lose the Slayer and you lost the map games, the CTF Truth games so dominantly and in a fashion that you did, you're in big trouble now in Strongholds, the game that takes almost the most teamwork, Wes.
Yeah, Mista, the one player I don't know a ton about, popping off in that game too, 17 kills, is going to get his team a cruise to a 2-0 lead in this series, looking to advance further in this bracket. We saw them stumble in Game 3 last series. I don't think that's going to happen again. I don't think they're going to let the foot off the pedal this time around. I think they're looking to 3-0, and it looks like they are in prime position to do so.
Yeah, you'd be forgiven for thinking this is obviously the next round, but it has to be said, Poker Stars did seem to put a bit more of a fight against this Sauce squad, and OnlyGoat have found themselves now just off the pace of things, and Sauce have just been cooking, excuse the pun, cooking on Sauce. But all the while, Strongholds Empire is going to be our next game. And with the way the first two games in the series have gone, I really cannot see a way in which OnlyGoat answer back here.
Yeah, I mean, Empire Strongholds is a completely different game than anything else we have in Halo 5. I feel it's the fastest, smallest map that we have. 2 power-ups on it, Camo and Overshield. So you're going to want to see OnlyGoats try and control both of them. Unfortunately, they do get the Camo, but it's immediately burned and 2 kills go in favor. Overshield goes in the favor of Mista with a perfect kill, continuing off from where he was in Game 2. Mista popping off with a second one as well. So the only power-up on the map in control of Sauce, control of the map goes into Sauce's hands as well with the bottom mid stronghold, and with it, we're going to see, can Sauce continue the momentum?
I really liked that aggression from Mista. Charges down that player towards tower, gets a couple of shots into a player Blue Bend who scampers away to the sneaky, and then also puts some shots while no shields on another player on Blue Bend. So shooting 3 members of the opposing team and making sure that your team are in the right positions to compromise and to benefit from your shots. As Precision Knight gets a kill onto Sanart, and now Shabby Dagger starts to take control of that red base, and we could see a triple cap very, very soon. It looks as though the boys only on OnlyGoat are trying to take control of blue to answer back, but you take blue, you lose red, and if you get caught in this situation where you're coming off the respawn and controlling one base but losing another one, Wes, you're in a world of hurt.
Yeah, you're just getting the map flipped on you continuously. That's the name of the game in Empire at times. If you decide to try and push outside and overextend for the opposite base, very quickly can a team understand that that's the strategy you're trying to employ and just apply pressure to the base you just left, right? It's the bottom mid stronghold that's all too important, and with that importance comes the focus of the Slays right now from Shabby Dagger. A beautiful job by him to clean up those kills bottom middle, keep control for his team, and we're seeing this score continue to get out of hand.
There's an issue now where towards the red base, they're trying to get control of it, and they're all alone as Lunny gets, and Shabby also gets a kill. They have gotten control at the bottom middle hill, but at what cost, as they've lost both side bases now, and they're starting to lose bottom middle as well. We're going to see our first triple cap here, Wes. It's great play from the boys on Sauce.
Yeah, they're starting to run away with this game as we see the next set of power-ups coming up. Overshield already up outside. We're going to see our Sauce team pick this up, run away with it. Shabby Dagger once again with Overshield, brings it back to red, and now he's got a guaranteed win, you would think, on this player in the red stronghold. Oh, does take him down to completely no shield, but still, the damage is done. That's what the Overshield allows you to do, just tank damage and guarantee you a one-on-one win with that total control still in their favor, and the score already over halfway is going to be a monumental win for Sauce.
Lunny gets the reset against 2 members, Wes. He was in a 1v2 in red base, and somehow, some way, he's come up and gotten a double kill. You cannot allow that to happen, and if this sort of thing continues to happen, we're almost going to see a blowout here, I feel, of 100-0.
Well, that's what you have to expect when you give away all the power-ups and you get none of them in your favor, right? You gave the first Overshield away while burning the first camo. You gave the second Overshield and the second camo to a team that was already in the lead by 30. Sauce 70-0 right now, and they're running away with this game continuously.
Yep, these gears are well and truly in full roll now at the minute. Precision Knight gets himself a killing spree, double kill, but also DMR, that player towards the DMR side, as Kronos gets taken down to no shield, completely isolated from the rest of his team. He's like a lone calf trying to find his family, but unfortunately the herd has well and truly disappeared. And Precision Knight and the boys, like hungry like the wolves in a pack, just hunting down every member of the opposite team, triple cap finally stop as they take control of blue base, but for how long?
It doesn't seem like there's going to be too much time left in this game, right? You have to be panicking if you're an OnlyGoat fan. Tournament lives on the line, down 2-0. You're getting mollywopped 85-0 right now in game 3. Unless you turn it around here on this last life that you potentially have, this game, this series, your tournament is all but over.
And what's impressive really about this Sauce team is this OnlyGoat squad is quite good. They're well practiced. They play together quite often as well. You have a mixture of different nationalities with French players mixed with German players, but it looks as though they haven't been able to click, and the cream has really risen to the top here, Wes.
Yeah, it looks like this Sauce team has really hit their stride. We've seen continuous series of them just picking it up another level. And if they're able to continuously do that, they can find themselves the winners of this tournament at the end. 100-0 is as good as it can get, and a 3-0 series score is a great thing to keep momentum rolling.
They've looked really, really impressive, and they've punched their ticket now to the next round, and that's where they'll find the real stiff competition. That's where you'll see your Cartels, your E-Gifts, your Kurgana Vaccines. They're the top-seeded teams, and that is where you're really going to be judged. And I would imagine this team would have set their sights at the start of the game as being at the start of the competition as top 4 minimum. That's what they would have expected from themselves, and they've managed to get there. I feel now they played incredible as well. That was some serious for them. They never seem to let the foot off the gas, Wes.
No, not at all. I think when they smell blood in the water, they're doing a good job of making sure that they attack. And I think it'll be interesting to see if and when a team can kind of combat that, and do they have it in their arsenal to kind of play off their back feet. Because right now we've seen them only play forward, only play in that attack mode. As this tournament goes on, to your point, we're going to see teams push them back and put them in tougher situations. It's their ability to get out of those that we'll see if they're able to really make that next step and find themselves in the finals.
Yeah, it's going to be good to see just what sort of resistance they can put up when they're put under the same sort of pressures that they've been put on every other team they've played thus far. But that's going to be us for this round. We're going to line up the next lobby, get it all locked and loaded. We'll be back very, very shortly.
There's still a scatter shot down on me, guys. Guys, I'm gonna go carving with snipes. Stay alive, stay alive. Let them spawn inside. Let them spawn inside.
Yeah, one guy.